So I wanted to talk about agent orchestration tools in the dark, because apparently people always read the subtitles anyway, so you don't have to have a video, I guess. Well, which agent orchestration tools are the best? I'm a big fan of LangGraph. LangGraph has very expressive ways of designing agents. The downside of LangGraph is that the documentation, as everything with LangChain, is very scattered and not up to date, and it's often hard to find exactly what you need. However, you can do whatever you can imagine with LangGraph, so this is great. Another myth I read recently on Reddit is that people say LangGraph is paid. You have to use the enterprise version or something. Yes and no. If you want to use the platform, the hosted platform where you deploy your agent to, then yeah, you have to pay. But to use the agent SDK of LangGraph, this is completely free, and you can do it. And if you want to host it, you just wrap it in a fast API server, and then you deploy it on the Linux server of your choice, right? Another agent framework I really like is Smol Agents from Hugging Face, and they have the code agent, which is really cool because it writes directly code all the time and calls features, and when it talks to the user, it also it just calls a print command. The downside of it is that the documentation is rather limited, and I myself at least couldn't figure out how I can get the beautifully printed output that you always see in standard out if you want to use it via as an API. If you just get the tokens out, how do you render it as beautifully as it's done in the in the command line version, right? Probably it's possible, but I didn't see an easy way to do this. Then other tools which I know of is Crew AI, but we never used it, so I can't really say anything about it. And then, of course, we often use Flowise, the no-code tool, which also uses LangGraph under the hood. There it uses LangGraph for JavaScript. We typically use LangGraph for Python. And actually, that's it. We tried to develop our own agent solution at some point, but oftentimes I feel like it makes more sense to use a ready-made library. So I'm interested, what are you guys using to orchestrate one or multiple agents, to give an LLM tools, to have proper streaming responses, everything you need for a production great chat app? Tell me.